It's often that I search the internet for a how-to video on some plumbing, carpentry, or outside landscaping problem that I have, so that I can see how others fix the same problem, only to find something close but not exactly what my situation requires. And what I mean by that is, with this recent plumbing problem, I needed to fix an outdoor leaky faucet. I saw numerous how-to videos, but every video showed clear access to the pipes and connections. Well, I don't have access. I have an outside water faucet that needs replacing, okay? Over the past 18 years, the original faucet has provided quality service, but lately the packing has failed, it's leaking, the handle's rusted and broken, and the inside rubber washer has eroded away, so it leaks. So it's time to replace it completely and install a brand new outside frost-free faucet. But like I said, I have no access to the other side of the faucet connection inside the house. It's behind a wall somewhere, and when it comes to plumbing, don't expect luck to be on your side. Knowing I could unscrew the fixture from the outside with an adjustable plumber's wrench, I knew as soon as I started to twist that fixture, I would break the water line inside the interior wall, which is why it's essential to see the connections that you're repairing. I measured the location of the faucet outside to the nearest window, located the window and wall inside the house where the water line came in, and cut away a small section of drywall, revealing that pipe connection. Now I have complete access, and I can remove the elbow joint to the copper water line and pull out the old fixture. In this project, I replaced the old faucet with a 1/2" by 8" brass anti-siphon frost-free Silcock valve. Now that's a mouthful, and as a sidebar note to this valve, they now make it with a push-fit connection which can easily connect to copper, CPVC, or PEX. Okay, after I turned off the water from the main city line and opened a few faucets inside and outside the house to relieve the pressure in the lines, I could begin the replacement. With the water pressure totally off, I began to move the existing faucet. Now, to be able to get my propane torch inside the wall and heat up the existing pipe fitting to remove the old fixture, I would need to protect the opposite facing drywall. Now, this is a must. You must shield the drywall on the back side of the fixture before you torch, otherwise you'll burn down the wall. And I used a couple pieces of aluminum foil, crinkled them up, and that way it provides some air spacing and protection between the pipe and the drywall on the other side. Now this is the minimum amount of protection. More aluminum foil, more space, the better. Okay, once the old fixture is removed, then you can install the new fixture. First, clean all the copper lines by sanding them, preparing them before you solder. Make sure you add flux to all the connections, and if you're working with steel connections, dry fit all the parts, making sure that you are rebuilding the line properly. The new valve has a notation on it which way is up or down inside the wall, so you don't install the water faucet upside down. If you're using PEX, then it's an all snap and easy installation. In my case with copper, I will go ahead and attach the steel connection for the copper to the fixture so that I know I have a really tight connection there. I like to use a small amount of Teflon tape or pipe dope to help provide a good seal. Then I'll proceed to position the water faucet next to the copper line, and that way I know I'm getting a great tight installation with that water faucet, the outside faucet really being up next to the wall of the outside of the house. Unlike what was shown in this beginning photo of the old faucet, where it was kind of pressed away from the wall, or it was exposed, you know, to the outside elements. I want my faucet to be right up next to the wall. Once I had finished all that installation, then I like to use a liquid sealant like a Loctite tight foam. It will not only provide insulation to the area, but also to keep unwanted pests from getting inside the house. I purchased for a small amount a plastic cover to replace over the exposed drywall cutout. That way, if I needed to regain entry to the fitting in the future, or if the next homeowner needed to replace the faucet, they would have direct access to the fitting. Now expect the job to take a few hours as you need to turn off the water, replace the fitting. Maybe if you're like me, you'll make another run to the hardware store because you forgot something or something wasn't the right size. Never fails. In closing, you don't always have access to the plumbing that you're needing to change out. So I highly suggest that you don't go into these jobs blindly. Expose the water lines. Know what you're changing out. You must see what you're doing so you don't start twisting and breaking water lines. That way you would go from being a great do-it-yourselfer to an embarrassed homeowner who's afraid to call a plumber to fix what you broke. And we all know that's not cool and very costly. I hope this helps, and I thank you for watching Fix It Mankin Style.